Antarctica, like right away. I see helicopters, like large ones. Those was double, how they're called. You know, they carry something heavy. And I see they, you know, it's almost like they unload the coffins or something like this. I see soldiers in there. Right now I see British ones. Because that V on the sleeve, it's a British one, British uniform. And they're carried into this big tunnel. There's like big tunnel right here. The helicopter is right here. And he goes back. He just like flies away straight right after. They are 80 coffins. They take out, they put in, they bring in. There's doors that open. It looks like a hologram as like a mountain in Antarctica, but it actually has a door. When they come close, it just opens and closes, and once it's closed, nobody's there. You see just ice and snow. And I see like two, it goes from into two. So two long corridors, and on both sides there's rooms. But they're going into one room when they connect. And there's a big like rectangular room in the middle, and it's lit up. I see further to like a cloning facility, but this is like a room with those big tube type containers. And I see they're just getting filled up with like ding 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 ding, like that kind of greenish yellowish gold type thing getting filled up. I also see like a light purple or pinkish purple goo right there. There are a lot of them, and they put them, they lean them down, and I see like they put the soldiers in. It's almost like they revive them. They keep them in this horizontal position though. Some of them they're using different thing. It almost looks like an MRI machine or whatever that is. There is one that is like on some base with lots of tubes going underneath, and it's like it's just transparent, but it's under the big blue light, and it opens like this to the side and closes like this. Some of them you push in, others are like you put down. It's just different. I mean, it depends what the damage is. I think they classify them somehow, because I see you Pam, PAM something. I just see that like on your tag. You know, it's really not you, it's a clone or alter. Pam, that's how they call you. There are other ones. You work with somebody like Deb, like Deborah, I guess. 3 letters. And you see on the monitor how the body gets regenerated, and it shows you a percentage of regeneration. It's growing. It's like a line, and it goes And then different organs light up because I see like a body on the screen, like a human body. And it gives some information related to each body part. The energy, the frequency, the damage, how it affects the whole body, and things like that. It's like you work at this, like your altar works at this lab. And let's disconnect from here for now. Because I only see, literally only see you and that Deb woman. And then I see you little. I see you like, I see you in the mother's uterus. And you have like, you're kind of like in this a red or ultraviolet light that flickers with red, or and it's kind of like an energy tube around you, and that energy tube, they connect something to it when they come. They read the information off of you and how you're progressing, and then they infuse something. They connect like a tube with, it's almost like an IV, but to the fetus, to the etheric fetus. When something drips, some fluid goes into there, it's a light, greenish, bluish, hard to say color, with gray. And it just like stimulates, it's kind of like enhances. It's supposed to enhance. It's supposed to give some abilities to your astral body, to your energy body, to stimulate them and to have them more developed than in others, type thing. So they can use you right from the start. That's what I feel like. And I see like two reptilians come. They're very like, they're reptilians, kind of flattish face, not like crocodile type, no, not like that. And they come quite a bit. I see they assist, like they are on both sides of your mother when she's giving birth also. I mean, nobody can see them, but it gives almost like crazy anxiety to your mother because she she feels it. She feels something there. Almost like watching her or something. Or threat. It's like an animal instinct when you're threatened. And I see like they remove you from the physical body pretty much for the first 5 years of your life. And you're growing with reptilian hybrids. Like you're raised with reptilian hybrids on Saturn. Like I see Saturn. And it's like I see like a room underground, almost like some sort of daycare center, but except it doesn't have toys. It has some there is some technology to create some certain terrorize. That's what comes like as a word. They terrorize the children from early age. I see like large black spiders, kind of look like those from Mars, that they would put in the room, and they would see how children react to basically build up their ability to survive and to get adapted to different types of creatures, including Scorpios, mantis, different types of mantis. The ones all on 2 feet, others on 4 legs. Holographic rooms with holographic realities. Monsters coming. And then they drain like a lot of DNA through blood, like they drain blood through the veins. The kids, and it's just weird that the kids look like they're half asleep or something when they do that. They're all dressed in the same kind of suits. It's kind of like brownish color with buttons down, one piece. It's hard really to distinguish between boys and girls. Yeah, I see them in the so all of them are in the energy body. That's the just it's all energetic. But physically, you feel it. I feel like you're almost like living this illusionary kind of world that you feel as a child, like you're not really present in this reality, but you're rather more present in that other reality, in where they train you to they see if you can open portals, if you know how to do it, and if you can move objects with your mind, if you can. There's this thing. There have been times when they would also put your energy body inside your physical body and abduct you altogether. I see it. It would even happen like during the day, because I see like a 6-year-old, 7, they would do that because they would try to scan your abilities as your body, physical body and mind grows. Brain, how, whether you can use these abilities in the physical, let's say Mars space, or whether you'll be eligible for. Are you okay?
Yeah. I think it's just triggering some things I'm having to release. May I cough?
Okay, sorry. Yeah. And I see you in some it's called the bio suit. It's beige with some sides, like on the sides, just like orange, 2 lines. And you're on some planet. You're just kind of moving some equipment there into the new base. And I see like 20 of you. You came by a spaceship. It's like Solar Warden, Mars Defense Force. Those are the ones. But they mostly trained you though. These are different altars for sure. Because there's another one, lunar base lab. It has something to do with DNA, that you sort through samples of DNA and see which ones are compatible with the reptilian samples. And other ones, there's a bird-like samples. There's some Draco, other reptilian species like chameleons, frog-like, alligator type, because they're trying to create hybrids for different purposes, for different work, as army groups. And you just like a genesis there or something, because You also test some DNA material. It's just kind of weird. It looks like there's samples of some organs or whatever in some glass containers. Some of them are metallic ones. And you identify species, I guess. What comes to me, it comes from some wars, some damaged bodies that they're trying to reconstruct and rebuild. You're doing that. I mean, right now I just see like 3, 4 altars. And I also see there's like in the spinal cord, there's just like a metallic wire. It goes on the sides. It goes into left, right brain, and it has like almost like light bulbs, but that's how it looks like. But those are kind of those are like amplifiers. So what they do is I understand there is some sphere type shape implant. It's like a 3D sphere, like a ball, where the heart is, like overlaying the heart. And through that, they try to cause pain and trauma. The pain and trauma it goes into the spinal cord implant. And whenever they catch you in the lowest emotion, producing the lowest vibrational frequency, it would be amplified by those and those um, sides of the brain. So in it, just like you go into, it's like going into numbness, like you cease to exist, or like what would be the analogy? It's like a crazy brain freeze that you usually don't understand where you are and what you're doing here, because you're existing more. There's only what I see is like only kind of like 35% barely present here, but most of your subconscious is just in those altars because they need a lot of energy and knowledge. The energy and knowledge are going towards them, but not towards you. Also, your memories are suppressed. They're coded on something. It's like a latex material, something on part of your like when I see brain, it's like a matter, like a field, and then I see some field patched up with that latex, a kind of like whitish cream type material. Um, and then in terms of DNA, you have like 300 strands originally, but they separated them, and only your alters can use the strand, the characteristics, and have access to them because it's clearly hidden from you. It's separated from you energetically, and because it's just the whole system is not functioning the right way, because the most of your energy is like 65% of your energy is there. It's not present here. And the memories are constantly being erased. Um, because if you had them all, your brain would probably explode. Um, so let's go back to see how you even got here. I right away see a strange looking spaceship. It kind of looks like a letter L. but it's composed of two. It's like as if you took a tube or cylindrical kind of structure like a capsule and then bent it, and so it's like it when it reconfigures, it can fly, but it flies like V, then like an L, and change direction. And it's interesting, it's mostly like two pilots here and two here, so four. It just like a spaceship like this, and then in the middle it's connected like a letter A. I only see it when I get close, how it's connected, because that's where the fuel, the energy goes like this. It fluctuates. It can create invisibility cloak in that little in between thing. It's almost like invisible gas moving there, but I know something's moving there through the tubing system. And it can just I see it creates like an interesting bubble of different frequency and can go into different densities. At each planet can go into any density of that particular planet, say or star. And you're chasing somebody. You're really chasing somebody. Got something of yours. Titan. You're from Titan planet. They took some device. It looks like a square box. Outline, outline generator and replicator technology. I don't know what it means. That's what it says. Um, has a strange symbology on it. It's like a blue sword with the some sort of plant going around the blade. It's blue. Looks like crystal blue in a triangle. And I think you can replicate any technology, or no. It's like if they get any if they steal any technology, those reptilians who stole it, they on the round flat spaceship going fast, and you're chasing them through space. They can that machine can duplicate any technology stolen and can actually give almost like instructions how to use it. Because if they steal anything from old, even from underground Earth, they would not know how to use it. But with this thing, they can, because it does read everything, and it's kind of like a database, technological database, together with the scanner of different technological advances that can be used. And you're like, you look like Titans, or I mean, you're very like tall beings, very robust, um, almost like Vikings. I don't know how to describe the body, but it's very strong, tall. They go through some. It looks like a wormhole, and you go after them, and that's when you end up in this strange void type place. It's like completely pitch dark. You don't understand what happened to you. The laws of physics are different here. and your spacecraft doesn't work anymore. It's kind of like suspended. I actually still see it there suspended. And that they just opened the doors, they took you out of there. They put you in glass containers. To that void, there is another kind of space, like a bubble of space connected, where they have a lab. It's just like a big laboratory, and it's lit up in lights, and there's tubes going from the bottom of it. It's almost like an energetic level of some sort, right above Earth, like real close, like where the clouds are, kind of. Um, they put you. I see the shelves, different load up to the ceiling, shelves, and they put you on this shelf number 5. There are 4 of you, and I see you're trying to escape. Like it's really, you transmit this chaotic movement with the pain of a little constricted area that you're put in, and you don't know how to get out because your energy cannot be expanded. You cannot raise your vibration in this. They put some gel in there too. There's like kind of yellowish glue type gel, sticky, sticks to you, constricts your movement, makes you slow, like dense. I just see you like an energy that takes different shape all the time, moves. And then that's what they do. They take 35% off you, send it to Earth into the physical incarnation. There are 5 physical incarnations you had. This is number 6. And the rest goes into these programs, into these altars and energy, into the energy generator. It's just so weird. They connect actually your other part to this energy generator replicator that they stole from you. That big box of multi-layered box. It's also running on your energy at their base on Mars. They regenerate body parts related to body. Um, it just easily reads DNA and can grow an organ real quick on anything. But they also can do it with it's almost like it can replicate a body which is biological and make it into a cyborg. I don't know how it does, but that's what I read of as information from this device. So you are just standing in your energy sphere right now. I see those 2 reptilians who used to abduct you all the time. You called on them. I see their big eyes. One is real tall, another one is like his shoulder. One is in control of the other. And you're saying, stay. I told you can freeze them or make them small, turn them into animals, whatever you want. You told them to freeze. They froze. They're not moving. You're taking this, it's like a brain divider or something, and amplifier from your head, which has this like the wire hanging, the ball from the heart. And here's your like body. I see clearly see your legs, you have holes on them. And this is from some battles that they used you in Solar Warden. That's what comes right away. And so you took the implants out, you put them on the portal, the door, metallic, put them in, shut. And then you just like trying to raise your vibration and cover up those holes in the legs. And also that DNA, it's like energy infusion into the DNA that blocks and numbs up and doesn't give access to the original DNA and abilities according to it. So you just kind of push this energy out with your own light, with your own vibration that you raise. And what you do, you just disconnect from those altars and you go all the way back when they were created, which is you're 2 years old. They've been preparing them for a long time according to our time. And then they started functioning only when you were 2. You also almost like extract from that reality on Saturn, that little you that they would take, for the first 5 years of life. So you put it like you change your timeline. You're in your body, you participate in everything, and you're growing with your physical body. Your physical body communicates with your and a subconscious. And I see that lab that I just saw in the beginning. I don't see you as nurse there anymore because you disconnected to change the creation altogether. Then you go back, where you got absorbed into the wormhole chasing them. And you just changed it. You stopped chasing them and said, that's fine. They can take it. Um, we'll just figure out another way how to deactivate that device or counteract or something like this. Because they steal anyway from all the star races. So when you go back to Titan and that time and place and space, when everything's fine with it, it's not taken over, it's not destroyed. That's a timeline where nothing's happening to it. That's where you're from. You went back there. And yeah, you have a very interesting society there. Everybody's divided into groups of interest and doing their own thing, kind of in peace and cooperation with each other. Interesting kind of crystalline structure buildings all over the place, peaks, tall. You're just enjoying it there. And you like working as a team. You're giving information to those other 3 who are taken also. And I see them like literally disappearing from those containers. There's 65% of those, and those who are, and that's 35% of their soul that is in the physical body, that they've done the same with them as they did to you. They receive the information now too, how to do it, how to liberate themselves. And mental, emotional bodies, I see it's like different layers. It's like a dough layers, flaky layers. And it's like I see some layers are healed, but the upper layers are not, which is you can call them up or you can it doesn't matter how you call them, but basically the ones that they are didn't give you the access to because it was related to your childhood. And they did not want you to remember all those. See, it's like they created trauma in your mental emotional bodies, but they didn't want you to remember how they created that trauma. And that's a trick to control somebody because you cannot heal it then. So you're healing that too. It just you just like generate a big projector of light and doing like it's like loop the loop kind of thingy. It goes like out and in, and it just penetrates all your body, produces this kind of nice vibration of constant motion, burns up everything that doesn't belong to you, all the little flakes of whatever metallized structures in your cardiovascular system, lymphatic, all these nerve endings that had like damage due to all the experimentation done on you too, and just pushes it all out. Because they would affect you when they would put like different other implants into the altars. You would have different like either pains or conditions or things that come and go that nobody could identify what it is really going on. mm, that's because you were so connected with the altars and they had most of your energy. You cleared all of it now, and you're saying I'm at peace with myself. That's what you're saying. Yeah, fine. I, I asked you how your name was when you're there on Titan, and you said Ashul. It's like Ashul. That's what your name is. Yeah, but you're clean. I mean, you can ask questions if you want.
Um, so are you saying that you clean the implants?
Oh, yeah, you took all the implants out.
Okay. Do you think that you say also like clear entities or clear entities or whatever?
Yeah, I actually see you at the
Yeah.
computer room on the moon, and you just deleted some files, lots of them. And then you like zoomed by into the Antarctica, and it's something in the wall that you opened up. Didn't even look like you could open, but you pulled out straight from the wall some papers, whatever. It's like a safe or something. And you just put them on fire in your little kind of container that you put fire inside. And you also gave information to other medical personnel that are like enslaved in there. But I feel like they know that they're almost free because the clearing up is going on, and more of their soul parts that incarnated in the physical body are just getting the right information. It's kind of like that. They're aware what's going on. Yeah, you took all the implants out, everything. You healed all the holes, all the burned up all those. Remember, I saw like patches almost of like material, rubberized material covering the gray matter, the brain parts. Yeah, those are gone. Everything's gone. Kind of melted or disappeared to dust, dissipated, pushed out. Yeah, I see you clean completely. You just said that it was time to remember. That's all. It was a long journey, but by healing others, you also didn't want to shock yourself with your subconscious saying you didn't want to shock the physical part with all the information at once. So you were able to get it in parts as it's kind of like a spiritual journey that everybody's going through. You were able to receive the understanding and information through healing others and healing yourself at the same time. That's how it works. It's always dual, and goes in parallel. Yeah, and that was a way for your subconscious to kind of trigger you into understanding what you need and what is laying underneath there that was needed to be kind of put to the surface and brought to the surface and healed. And that's why you had this urge to do what you're doing.
Yeah, I was thinking it was 3 years, but it's been almost coming up on 4 years that I've been identifying and clearing all this stuff.
Mm,
I'm not doing it. It's a daily, it's all through the day. If I'm not busy doing something else, I'm doing it.
mm-hmm.
Especially with clients and stuff.
Yeah, it takes time. It's like through your own knowledge and how you do it, kind of teach others and help others do the same.
Mm-hmm. So was Titan, was I ever a Palladian?
You've been a lot of others. You've been on Lyra also.
What was that?
Hmm?
What is that you just said?
You've been on Lyra also.
No.
Hmm. There's it's kind of a race that came to Lyra that is like kind of tan skinned, dark eyes humans. Just kind of like beautiful, tall, but kind of just kind of like suntan type skin color.
Mm-hmm.
Been that too, and I see how you interact with cat people and lion looking people,
Mm-hmm.
and how they actually came to infuse technology into the human race, and how you identified that. And then you started moving from galaxy to galaxy to spread the information that uh, it's almost like races are coming to promote technological progress rather than spiritual evolution. And you wanted to prevent that. You were aware that's what was happening. But the truth is, you've been everybody on every galaxy, every corner of the universe. You've traveled and you've incarnated in a lot of places at the same time to learn more about how this creation functions, how it works. You like studying that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get bored. I'm gonna move to something else a lot of times.
Mm. Yeah, if you have any questions, I'll look at somebody.
Well, the questions I had were more like for because I didn't know that. Obviously I should have watched some of your your videos besides Dave's. But so when I've asked myself, was I taken twice? Like I was thinking like around 1 and then around 18.
Oh no, I mean, I saw you. Like they took your energy body, it wasn't even present in your physical most of the time before age 5. And then they've been taking you quite a bit because they need
Okay.
to put you through training programs. Hmm. Um,
So,
what you probably feel twice is a physical abduction. Physically, yes, physically they didn't take you much, but energetically a lot. They just come
okay.
at night or when I see you watching TV on the couch, and then, they come on the sides and they would just like use this device, looks kind of like a mini weapon stick was light, and they would just like activate it and pull with by using that light your energy body out your physical body would continue watching cartoons or
Hmm.
whatever that is, and they would take you on this ship in that light. It's kind of like an invisible net made out of light. Mm, and then
So maybe that was why I just felt like because of the low energy, because they took it so much, I just that I felt depressed or low energy when I was growing up, perhaps.
yeah, because you couldn't it's like a sadness of a soul that they it cannot use the physical body to the fullest to accomplish something.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Right. Yeah. Mm. Um, was I abused by my father in this life? Can you tell? I mean, besides getting hit with a belt and stuff.
You were it's like all your lives. I For some reason I keep seeing this one life, it's number 2. Then you're a little girl, you're in some village, and it's Swiss mountains, and you're with the pigs. Like I literally see you with the pigs. And you're cute, you just got this blonde hair, curly, and you don't want to go home because that's when father fights with mother and pours out all this yelling on the kids. You have 2 brothers, and a lot of like all the lives are arranged for you to be abused, because when you are physically also abused, then it's easy to fracture you into alters in mind fracture, and kind of like fragmentation of the mental emotional bodies through trauma sustained in physical body. So yeah, I mean it's all part of the program. It's actually kind of like the same software program in a way, that how they put the life together for each and every one who serves or served an SSP. There always has to be some abusive family or some tough situation or environment.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why I didn't mention, because I'm so used to it. Um, yeah.
So
but you
but
healed
you
yourself
can
from
get
it.
memories. Mhm.
See, your subconscious bottled it up also because what they've been doing to you on both sides, energy body and physical body, your subconscious didn't want you to remember because it would damage you more. It would, you know.
Okay,
So
would have made
that's
life more difficult.
yeah. So for this reason, you didn't remember. But it's also a mechanism how it works, and they know how it works. So it serves for both, kind of for you, but also for them. Because if you remembered, you could work on it, and this way you cannot work on it. But now you cleansed everything through it, and now you know what was going on. And this part was important. That was missing. You know what they've been doing. They've been torturing the children. They're just draining blood to the point, you would collapse and faint, and the spiders would
Mhm.
attack and like bite parts out of you. I just didn't want to go into details, but that was what
Yeah.
was, they would go put
Torture.
children through. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, but you are definitely free, and after this life, you're just going back. You're saying going back where you choose, not where they choose for you. But you want to get reunited with your family there. And you say you have a lot of families, so. But you talk more about the family of souls whom you are incarnated in other universes also. And you kind of work as group of co-creators, four of you. And there's always some number four I see.
Right now, with the work I'm doing, it seems like the people that are finding me, um, contacting me to see if, I can help them, it seems like a lot of them we've been in past lifetimes before. Um,
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's
and
very true.
yeah, so it's like we're meeting again, and we're working through all this. I help them and I learn from them as I help them, and it all works together.
Right. I didn't say, but it's interesting because since you mentioned that, my grandfather, he also like was a scientist at the Antarctica. I mean, I can say he is a scientist in Antarctica, but when I went there to see him in one of the, I mean, I basically I went to do trance by myself to see it, and I
Mhm.
feel like you were like working at the same kind of facility there. So it's like a Black Shield facility.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're always finding each other in this. It's kind of like an electromagnetic field where similar frequencies find similar frequencies through the experiences and memories because they're encoded into the light body or informational body of a person, and that's how we kind of go like to the light that we know that familiar to us, the frequency pattern that's familiar. And we also agreed to meet here, so there was a reason why. We also know from up there each other, so it kind of feels natural to reach out in the physical.
Mhm.
And it's like a journey, it really is a journey, and there's stages of it. So we do. It's like a staircase. You're going up, 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 and each stair, each step on the way you deal with a different person who brings yet another a little bit more knowledge and information to you to glue it to the to create a whole picture. And that's when you do it, you feel like you are done, you're completely healed, you're totally know what you needed to know, um, to feel free in mind and body and all the aspects of you, because it takes a lot of work to stop doubting yourself and your intuition and am I right and how do I connect to my own self and things like that. And you're also working on that. We're all working on something
Mhm.
on our path. So,
So, will this after this will it help me? I just feel like now I just use muscle testing and connect with others and help them identify traumas and energetically release trauma from them and myself, of course. After like our session now, well, some of my other gifts open up. You think again, like I feel like I used to have more, be more in touch. I guess during those life, that part of the life with that, but it's been cut
mhm.
off from me or something.
Right, because you cleansed your DNA, you returned, you got your original DNA back.
Oh, okay.
And that's why things unfold. I mean, it happened with me, it happens with everybody who cleanses himself and stays clean. Um, because there are different hooks they use to lure people back in sometimes. But those people lack understanding how they got into the system in the first place. They usually try to lure them in through ego hook or importance, how important I am. It's kind of like New Age, oh, you're special, you're a star seed, and we're all star seeds, But, oh, and you can do this that nobody else can, or things like that. It just, the different techniques they use, they would put a certain person on your way to stir up your um, unhealthy ego part, I guess, so you can call it.
Mhm.
But no, it's not gonna happen to you. I just feel like all your life you've been in sort of void. That's where your spaceship was sucked into, and there you felt like so disappointed and so like helpless, and that's what I feel from you. It was imprinted in all of your lives on Earth to feel disappointed and helpless. And therefore, what's the point of living? From there comes. Now it shouldn't be the case because you know how it happens and why. Once you know why, the problem disappears.
Mhm. Okay, so most everybody has these implants. They do whatever they do, and
Mm,
because I always felt like I always have one son in this lifetime, and it seemed like around the time he was 14, 13, 14. Excuse me.
mm.
That he changed. You know,
Who changed?
he changed. He used my son.
Um,
He used to smile a lot more when he was growing up and everything. He just changed. He was just so, you can hardly see him smile now. I mean, he's 45 years old, but it's just, I always wondered if something happened. You know, or did I? Of course, I used to blame myself. It's like, what did I do? But
yeah, but he's also he's on some sort of spaceship. I see grays around. I see some experiments going. I see his head like he's on the like surgery bed, whatever, surgical table, I don't know. And there's just a thing covering his head, like I don't see his head. And it does something to his brain that it's like he lost control of his physical and they separated his soul from his physical. And I see actually felinoid beings. I see this just like hair, eyes. They're controlling this. They're with the grace, creating some super soldier race that would be controlled remotely by them, and they would fly on drones and be released on certain planets they need to be to release them to get something they need as an army force. And I just see like a massive implant in his head, and that thing scans his brain activity constantly and how it reacts to their programs that they remotely activate and put in through that device into him. So he feels like he's not in control of his life. That's what he feels like. That's why he is sad, and but it's because he's got your DNA, and
Mm-hmm.
they basically sold him off to those felinoids. That's what I feel. Um, yeah, they definitely did because it was like a contract that was paired up with those files that you deleted on the moon. You're standing right there by him. You're holding his hand. You're just giving him energy. I see how energy flows up to his head, and you you froze them, froze the grays. This is strange looking grays. I mean, they're like grays, but they got the like almost like glasses, but they're just like a glass over their eyes because the purple light from this machine is so bright, I guess. I don't know. And they can
But
scan through the
he
machine.
always wears sunglasses so much. He'll even wear sunglasses. I mean, I don't know, be standing in the shade wearing sunglasses, you know. Of course, he has light blue eyes, but still, it's like it doesn't let like when you're talking to him, it doesn't let you look in his eyes, you know. It's hard to
Yeah, because
communicate with, especially for me. It's just like it's hard to communicate. We get along okay, but it's just hard to communicate with him.
he's robotic inside. He's dissociated from a human biological kind of interaction. He's like a turning into a cyborg machine type thing. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
you give him the information through your energy that you put through your palm of your hand to his. So you're just standing there and you're like communicating back and forth. Your subconscious is saying that he's not gonna pull out right now, but he's got the information how to do it. And it has to slowly get into his brain, into his rational mind. He's just not ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
Consciously not aware. He wouldn't even believe you if you told him what's going on.
I don't know. He won't even let me help him if he has back pain or something. With the work I do, he won't even let me help him with it. Even though his dad's told him, wow, hell, it really works. He won't. He's not open.
Yeah,
I think you froze.
his body is
You just froze up, kind of
thinking
frozen.
about him. Oh, okay. Well, because I'm standing in the spaceship with all those grays around. Probably that's why. And you're there too. Yeah. Okay. You can ask any other questions. Let's just leave it like that because without his understanding of his rational part, I mean, that's just not going to move anywhere.
No. No. Um, okay. Look at my list here and see if there's.
Bad connection. Yeah,
Yeah.
because your voice keeps breaking and you're freezing or something.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay. Um, recently, before, for the first 3 years or so, when I was doing the work I do and connecting with clients, subconscious, um, if they had an entity, I could clear the entity, an entity attachment, and they never came through to me, you know. But in the last few weeks, I guess because they're just getting more evil or something, I'll be connecting with a client, and they've got entity attachments, and they will, when I'm trying to clear them, they actually like jump over to me and start start coughing and choking. So I have to clear them from myself before I can continue. That never happened before. Is there any way I can protect myself, or will doing this work
That
help me, not to happen?
this is not gonna happen anymore because you just first of all, it's because you didn't have the full energy of your own
Mm-hmm.
and you were weak. And when you're weak, your vibration cannot be as high and sustained at the certain level all the time. So basically, when you were, you know how it goes. Like in a session, you get drained, right? You lose energy, and because your energy is down in the physical body, they can get attached to you. Um, but they're
It
just a
never happened
mechanism. It's
before.
because the pulling of the energy fluctuates all the time, and they were just simply pulling more energy from your energy body into those clones.
Um,
Yeah, because with age, so the physical body,
mm-hmm.
mm, but it's mostly I see the connection with the implants and those altars that they were trying hard to stop you from doing your work by pulling more energy,
um,
vital energy out of you, so you will be kind of low on energy, and that's when your vibration goes down and those entities are able to get attached to you.
yes, I felt like it was like the better I got at it, the more my intuition, increased.
Mm.
That's when they started attacking me more.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, and I started having more pain in my legs and things like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No,
the last few months.
your legs were always holes. So it's
Yeah,
like, you know, the- they get only worse if you're not aware and not healing them. So, but you healed it all. I mean, you're clean now as I'm looking at you in your
mhm.
energy sphere. So,
Awesome. So, this is, I guess, the last question. I can do this for others or just for myself or what?
Oh,
Do I
you
need to
you can
clear
easily
myself?
do it for others. Like you just continue doing what you do. And that was obviously just another step on the way, to cleanse yourself more, to do more efficient work, I guess. Even though I feel like you were giving all your energy to the clients, but there was little left for you. And right now it would be the same, a lot of energy for clients, but a lot of energy for you also. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be as draining.
Okay, good. Awesome.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
So I can disconnect, right? You have any questions?
Yes. Mhm. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let me just turn off the recording, I guess.